Chairman. We all know the mission of the U.S. Chemical Safety Board is to investigate chemical accidents and issue timely findings and recommendations in order to prevent future accidents. And we're all here because the serious management deficiencies at the Chemical Safety Board has prevented this independent agency from fulfilling its mission. And in my first question, Chairman Moriaraso, the CSB plays a very important role in public safety, and members of this committee have expressed their concern, as my colleague from Virginia said, about the dysfunctional culture at CSB and your ability to remain as chairman. And your current and former board colleagues have testified to the hostile climate at CSB. Former CSB board member Beth Rosenberg stated that those whose opinions differ from those of senior leadership or the chair are marginalized and vilified. You have 15 weeks, is that correct, sir? Left?
Yes, 15.
And you have said, I think many of my colleagues have intimated or outright said that they think it's time for you to step down. And you responded with, you have work to do. What work do you think you can do to fix these major problems in 15 weeks?
First of all, Mr. Congressman, I disagree with your premise that the core mission of the agency is not being fulfilled. As I expressed before, in the last 8 months, we have produced the 8 excellent engineering reports with videos of our investigations. We have completed 22 investigations. The core mission of the agency is being made.
Is that because of you or in spite of you?
It's because the agency works. And the product that we have is the evidence that the agency works.
And what do you plan on doing in the remaining 15 weeks of your tenure?
We still have 3 major reports that are in the process of being finished, and I would like to bring those reports to an end in the next weeks that I have.
Mr. Ehrlich, question for you. On February 12th, 2015, you submitted a letter to the editor of the National Journal claiming that the Office of Special Counsel never substantiated any claim of whistleblower retaliation by the CSB's management after years of inquiry. Can you explain how you arrived at this conclusion and what is the basis for this claim?
Well, I understand that came about in the hearing last year, and I asked the questions of the staff. Was that information ever transmitted into the agency? And I was told no. And I accepted that on the face of it and accepted it to be true and wrote it in that article.
And so do you have a change of opinion now?
No, sir.
Did the board receive formal communication from the Office of Special Counsel?
I don't know, sir.
If I may, Congressman.
Sure.
The Office of Special Counsel has been investigating the agency for 3.5 years. They have come out with no findings, and they have come out with no instances of retaliation, period.
So noted. Thank you. Mr. Ehrlich, my last question for you. Have you ever used personal email to conduct official CSB business?
Not that I haven't copied my own email on in my office.
And who were you communicating with?
CSB.gov. I think I've sent emails from home on my personal email, but I copy my CSB.gov file.
Great, thank you. And my last question is for Inspector General Sullivan. What is the process of removing a board member from the U.S. Chemical Safety Board or the chairman?
Well, we would not be involved in any process of removal. What our role would be is to present the facts in a clear and unbiased way and present them to the next level above to take a potential disciplinary action. In this case, our report of investigation was sent to the President because he is, in effect, Dr. Moriaraso's supervisor.
Is it odd to have named a chairman before 15 months before the end of someone's tenure? In your opinion?
I didn't understand the question, Mr.
The fact that the President named a replacement chairman yesterday, is that right? March 3rd? Is that a common practice?
I don't know, sir.
If I may, Congressman.
Sure.
The process is that the President nominates a person. What has happened is that the President nominates a person to be a chairman. The process now has to follow by the Senate to confirm.
Confirmation,
yeah.
Right.
But at this time, all we have is a name that the President has presented for consideration to the Senate.
Thank you for that clarification. I yield back the balance of my time.